Hey guys, how's it going today? Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Today we are going to get back into the Vulcanite build. And I've been thinking a lot about this build. There's a lot going on here and I've been trying to figure out the best way to do it. So let me explain the different issues. So issue number one is that we do not want this belt to back up so that these inserters can't export enriched Vulcanite. Otherwise the output will back up and we'll end up with a blocked belt. And then these will never work, and so we'll only ever be making crushed Vulcanite, and so we definitely do not want this belt to back up. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is that we have to get sulfur in here, and I know that we could do it with bots, but that just seems cheap and maybe a little bit too easy. And also, I'm not entirely sure. I like having these all right next to each other, and I suppose I could, put them 3 tiles apart and have bots bring sulfur in. But again, bots can crash, and I don't want us to be too reliant upon bots for the actual output. So I mean, we might end up doing that at some point, but I think that for now, that probably is not the right play, which means that we need to actually kind of rearrange things here. And lastly is that we cannot do centrifuges on this side of the belt, because if we're going to be grabbing like this, as I said last episode, we don't have filter long inserters, and so we can't be grabbing from this belt over here with our long inserters because we can't filter to drop off then onto this belt. So those are the kinds of issues that I've been thinking about, and so we're going to pick these up, and this, I think, just to save a little belt, we're going to reroute just to be a little bit less wasteful of belts. But we're also going to extend our centrifuges down this direction. So this part here is going to end up being like further down, and then this, which will be for this is for making the Vulcanite blocks, and we're going to cut this and we're going to paste it later when we get to actually smelting the Vulcanite blocks together. So in order to solve this, and I really honestly have no idea if this is going to work, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tear all of these up except for one. And what I'm going to do is I am going to put a condition from our inserter onto this belt. Now, this might be insane. I don't know if it's going to work. But you can enable or disable belts. So right now, like if we have our, let's say our enriched Vulcanite is coming down, it's going to stop here right now because this belt is disabled. So to enable this belt, what I'm going to say is that, and we're going to say read hand contents on this, okay? And we're going to say, let's see, the signal is sent continuously as long as the inserter is holding the item. So if there are items inside this, so this is what we want. We don't want to do enable, disable. We don't want any mode of operation, right? We just want to set the hand contents, and we want to have it hold, which means that it's going to be sending this signal for the entire time that the items are in the hand, right? And we're going to say here that enriched Vulcanite is equal to 0. So basically there's nothing in the inserter, and then it'll start working. So that's my solution. I don't know that it's perfect, but I think it's kind of fun. I've never done something like that before. So that's, I think, kind of cool. And then next, for we do need to handle input of sulfur. And as you can see, I grabbed a bunch of sulfur. And we're going to have a train coming in. The train is going to be full of sulfur, or at least partially full of sulfur. So I think if we do it like right over here, this will be like the warehouse Okay, come on. Come on, bots. Okay, there we go. So the train will at least partially be full of sulfur. So this is where it's going to drop the sulfur off. And then we are going to, excuse me, we are going to have this filter sulfur. Okay. So that's what this is going to look like. And we are going to have, how are we going to do this? We need to get sulfur to be on half of the belt that's coming in here. So let's see. This, I think I'll underground to right here. And then we'll have a belt that goes like this. And then I think we can do this. One belt here, another belt here, and that will be sulfur on half of the belt. And I think that that works out pretty well. And then here, well, we'll figure that out here shortly, but I don't think that, so basically the crushed vulcanite that comes out of this, we are not going to quote unquote like reprocess this. It's not going to come back into the enriching process. The crushed vulcanite from this is only going to ever keep going forward because I think that's a little bit easier to handle. So this is correct. Okay, and we're going to copy this, and it's going to change a little bit because we don't need this here. Okay. Oh, check that out. It's already working. Okay. And this one is going to drop then on the near side. And I'm going to put some modules in here. So one prod mod and one speed mod in both, I think is good. Okay. So then we're going to be able to copy this. And you can see here, this is what I'm trying to accomplish, right? So this, both of these have vulcanite, that enriched vulcanite that they're trying to output, and this belt here is stopped so that like when this vulcanite continues moving forward, it will eventually allow it to cycle correctly, and then these will be able to output and so on and so forth. So I think that that is pretty good. We'll drop that one on the near side. And I do like this setup quite a lot. So we're going to copy this once more here. Switch that out. And you can see now that these probably would start working again. Yep, there they go. And they are a little bit loud. So this is the setup. And we're going to just copy these two only. And we're going to paste them a bunch of times. Now, the only issue here might be throughput of the crushed vulcanite. So if we want to avoid any issues with throughput, and it looks like we are out of... Let's quickly do this. I think we're basically out of our medium power poles. So we're going to actually rip them up. And we're going to be a little bit more conservative with them. Alright, let's see. Oh, and like just enough to power the entire area. Very nice. Okay. Actually, literally just enough. Jeez, those things are really loud. Okay. But okay, so that is the basic process. And then I don't know that we're gonna have crushed vulcanite be able to make it all the way down to the end. So what we can do, oops, no, stop it, is we can do this. Let's see. We want to split here. Let's see. So I think we're gonna just rearrange a little bit. Okay, so that gets us what we need, and then this will have come like this, and we'll have it come in like halfway down the belt, so that way we can like kind of repopulate the belt, make sure that the belt gets filled, and then down here at the end, we're gonna have a splitter that has some output priority, doesn't matter, and it's gonna be the crushed vulcanite. And this crushed vulcanite is going to continue forward. And then this enriched vulcanite is going to come back around. Oops. Okay, it's going to come back around like this. And it's going to come in here. And it's going to have... So right now we have a loop. We need to kill the loop, obviously. And we'll kill it down here. We don't want it to be backed up, necessarily. Is it okay if it's backed up? Actually, yeah, I guess we do want it to be backed up. So we're going to say output priority to the left. So basically, once this belt gets backed up, and it's going to keep going around in circles. Once it gets backed up, I'm just trying to like picture in my head what's going to happen with all these circuits. I think it will eventually get backed up, and once it gets backed up, it'll start outputting here, and then eventually this will start moving again. I don't know, we'll have to see if it works exactly correctly with all of these circuit conditions. It might not, in which case we may just end up splitting half and half, which I think is fine because this outputs 4. I mean, it probably is okay to output half and half, honestly. I don't see why not. Actually, the only issue with that is if these stop working for some reason, then you could like deplete your reserves of enriched vulcanite. But they only take 1 to jumpstart. It's not like it's Covarex where it's 30, so I think it's okay. So this is going to be our enriched vulcanite, and let's quickly deal with this output. So this is crushed vulcanite that's getting output here. Actually, this I'm not going to do anything with. I don't know why I was going to output that. We want to leave our crushed vulcanite here. This crushed vulcanite is what we wanted to output. Okay, and then up here we need to... Let's actually do a warehouse here. And then from here, we will be able to, excuse me, filter out sand and then vulcanite with some loaders like this, right? So this one can filter to do crushed vulcanite, right? Okay, it doesn't show it on the loader. It's kind of weird. And then this one can filter to do sand, wherever that is, sand. There we go. So if we do this, there we go. So I think that'll work. And then that'll keep this belt flowing pretty nicely, I think. And then the sand part is going to go over to our train that'll end up being over here. And then the crushed vulcanite is going to come over this direction. And how are we going to do this here? Let's bring it up over here. So we have crushed vulcanite, we have enriched vulcanite. And then we have our other bit of crushed vulcanite from the crushers. And let's see, we're gonna do this. And then these are going to get joined together. But we're gonna do an input priority of right. So this is gonna be coming from this warehouse from all of these. And that is that. So I think that these two belts are what we actually need for our vulcanite blocks. Yep. So then we just need water, and we need petroleum gas. So we can craft a couple offshore pumps. And I guess we're gonna have to run it from over here. It's actually that's a bit of a bit of a haul, but I think it's okay. And then we can put down, where is it? This. Okay, and I'm trying to think, what direction are we gonna have the furnaces going? And I guess we'll have the furnaces going like, we'll have the belts come like here. This is the first time I've done this build though, guys, so I'm, you know, learning all of this stuff just the same as you. Okay, so I think that we'll actually do this here, because then we'll have the barrels be output towards the train, which we're going to have coming down here again, and because we need the train to pick up the barrels. So I think that seems like a good plan. And that's going to be powered now. We're doing pretty good on power still. And then if we go back over to Nauvis, we should be able to have this thing pick a location right here. And we're going to have it fire a couple times. I don't want it to fire a bunch of times. Oh my god, that is so loud. Okay, let's move away from it while it's firing. Alright, so we'll just have it fire a handful of times. Okay, that should be enough for now. That's 30 barrels. So we got a bunch of petroleum gas here now, which is awesome. And then we need to set up our industrial furnaces. So we're gonna set them up, let's say, starting right here. All right, and this needs to be, let's see, if we bring these down, this needs to be one further. And let's see, so we're gonna have long-handed, long-handed, short-handed, short-handed. Seems good. They're grabbing from the same belt. And then this is going to be Vulcanite blocks. Very cool. How are we going to do this liquid? I have no clue. Okay, we'll say water here. And we'll say water here. Petroleum gas we'll do here. Okay, and then this one will come over here. Okay, that's petroleum gas that we have hooked up now. And then lastly, we need to hook up steam output, because we're gonna have some flare stacks down here that are going to be burning off the steam. So, I mean, we could, now this is insane, we could use that steam over in our power, because this is 165 degree steam, I think, right? These output, yeah, 165 degree steam. Okay, is that the most insane thing you've ever heard? Using the steam from this to power the base? I don't know. I think it's kind of funny. It's an idea. I think it's really funny, actually. You know what? I'm gonna try doing it, okay? It's gonna be an experiment, and I will let you know if it works out. I think we'll do a bunch of a bunch of storage tanks here right now, and then we'll hook it up later. But okay, and then we'll also put, actually, let's get rid of this one. We'll put a pump there. Oops, there we go. All right, and then we need to do a couple things. So first off, I do want to leave room for a beacon here. So I think a beacon can fit like, it's like 3 by 3, I think. So it's like 1, 2, 3, like this. I think. I could be wrong about that. But if we want to leave room for that, Is it 3x3? Yeah, honestly, I think it is. Okay, we'll deal with that in a second, I guess. So, how can I fit this in here nicely? I don't think I really can. Which means, oh, but you know what I could do is I could always put the beacons on the outside. It's a little bit more wasteful of modules and stuff, but it's possible. So we're just gonna roll with it. And then this we can copy over here. I'm just making sure that like the inputs are all good and stuff like that. I think that we can do our petroleum line like this. It seems really messy, I will not lie. But there's also like 4 different inputs, 2 of which are fluid, and then there's outputs, which we still haven't even handled yet. Oh. And yeah, these aren't wide enough to where I can do like... I'm just trying to figure out if there's a cleaner way to do these pipes, like have 2 on one side maybe. But then you can't like have it like this very nicely. So we're gonna leave it like this, I think, for now. And we are going to output, let's see, how fast is this? 5 seconds. Yeah, 1 fast inserter should be fine. So we'll do that. And then we will do fast inserter like this. We'll hook these up. We'll hook this up. Oh, we got an hour and a half left for that CME on Nauvis. So I'll have to keep an eye out for that. But okay, I think this is our setup. And then if we just extend this just a little bit further, we can copy this whole thing. Maybe, let's see. Do I want to leave one space here, basically, is the question. Do I want to leave one space? I like how it looks compact like that, so we're gonna do it compact. Okay, so we'll do this for now. I think that seems like plenty of production, and then we'll probably increase it later, but right now that is not necessary. And then let's fix these belts over here. They're a little bit wonky. So there we go. All right, and then this is going to be okay. So we'll delete these. We'll try and get rid of all of our crushed vulcanite and all of our enriched vulcanite. Okay. And of course, I haven't thought about power yet. We have our substations, which thankfully can reach the inside inserters. So we'll just have to do it like this, I guess. And that'll actually hook up power pretty nicely overall. But okay, so then this over here is going to be, and I think that, oh wait, we're not going to go this direction. We're going to come down this direction because we are going to have to train away the blocks. So we'll come like this. This will be splitter for the blocks. You know, we don't even need to do a splitter. We can just do it like this. There we go. Okay, so this will be blocks out. And we'll put, oh, well, we'll do the warehouse next to the track, I guess, for this one. Okay. So the train, I guess, is going to come in right over here. And we might as well just unload the, the sulfur directly into this warehouse. Which means that, well, we don't have any track here with us right now. And I have to run back for the track. But let's at least see this thing work. Oh wait, we need to do the pumps. So let me, oh, and I only have 8 pipe to grounds left. And only, oh, okay, maybe I didn't bring enough pipes. That's kind of a scary thought. I brought like 500 pipes and like 300 underground pipes. But okay, so let me work on getting the water over, and then we'll hook it all up together. Okay, guys, so I have the power almost ready to hook up to pump the water. And also, you know what I realized? I was complaining that I was almost out of pipe, but there's iron here. And I have a bunch of these furnaces. So hypothetically, if we need to, we can literally make like another base here. We have iron, we have copper, we have stone, and we even have a small bit of crude oil or a lot of crude oil. So literally we could almost make a whole nother base here that has everything that it could possibly need. I mean, the only thing that's not here, oh wait, just kidding. I was about to say there's no raw rare metals, but there are literally raw rare metals. And with core mining, you literally can make an entire base here. No joke. So I don't know why I'm like freaking out that there's no, that I'm like, oh, I'm almost out of pipes, as if I can't make more here. So, all right, we're gonna hook this up and we're gonna see how it works. So this is gonna hook up power to this, and it's gonna start inserting stuff. We also are gonna hook up power over here, and then this will hook up power to the water. And so this should immediately start working. There it is, check it out. Absolutely beautiful, and we are getting our Vulcanite blocks, which is a wonderful sight. Okay, these things work so fast. And then I was thinking that I would prod mod these, so let me do that real fast, and then we'll work on handling the train. Okay, so they're all prod modded now, and as you can see, we probably are not even doing enough enriching at this point. So I expect that we'll have to increase this in the relatively near future. But as you can see, our process is working out pretty well, and I don't really see any that are stopped. This one looks like it's stopped. Why is this one stopped? No crushed vulcanite, huh? And it looks like these maybe just are not processing fast enough. So maybe what we should do here is actually do this. This one is gonna come here, and then this is gonna come right here. Because basically the vulcanite wasn't getting all the way down to the end, and this warehouse is full. So we should be able to supply all of these with crushed vulcanite for sure. Okay, so that looks good. And these should all start working here pretty quickly, I think. The one thing I could do is I could like move this down like this. And then hopefully they'll all be getting vulcanite. Okay, there we go. And hopefully that works a little bit better. I think that it looks like there's a bit more coming out. This, I feel like we should do... I'm trying to think if like there's a situation where this will get backed up. But I don't really think so. I think it should keep flowing. And you can see that our cool little, like, whatever you want to call it, merry-go-round looking thing, is working quite well. And keeping them supplied with enriched vulcanite, so I'm pretty happy with this little circuit idea. So might be able to use that in your own build. And then that looks fine. We have no more petroleum here, but that's okay. We'll worry about automating that in the near future. But now we need to worry about our train. So I guess I need to grab tracks. I grabbed train stuff, but no tracks. Let me go grab tracks. We'll be right back. Okay, so we might as well start on this side, I guess. And we can start by trying to handle the output of our cargo landing pad, which we have no more filter stack inserters. Wonderful. Okay. Why do we have no more filter stack? What do we even use them all on? Here, I guess? Really? Okay. Well, we can craft 3 of these for now, I guess. And use these, and then we'll have to come back with more. That's fine. It'll work for the moment, I suppose. We're like running low on lots of materials here, and I know I said we can set up a base here, but we're not going to do it at this very second. Although we might do it at some point, because I think this is a pretty awesome moon. So let's see. We want to output sulfur. Okay, sulfur, go into warehouse. Very cool. And actually, you know what? We can just literally output everything. Right now we do have like some other materials in here, but we don't need to be picky about what we're outputting, I don't think, because we just need to output everything. And then from the warehouse we can worry about, let's use some of these. From the warehouse we can worry about filtering coming out of that. Okay, so that is power. Okay, and then, so we're gonna get a bunch of weird stuff in here, but from here, we can worry about filtering. So let's filter this to sulfur, and looks like it's outputting bots. It's fine. We're running low on belts. We're running low on pretty much everything right now. So maybe we'll just actually try and quickly finish up this train, and oh boy, you know what I just realized I don't have any of are these fuel refineries, and we need iron and steel for that. Well, looks like we're gonna make at least a little bit of a base. So let's see, we need miners to do some iron, and if we're gonna do a little bit of a base, we might as well make belts and stuff there too, because that's what we're low on. Do I have miners somewhere? Oh, you know what? They're all up at the other base. All right, I'm gonna go try and get a little bit of iron and steel from our moon here, and then we'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I have somehow managed to create a small little place where I'm making both steel and iron. So hey, you know, you can do crazy things on another planet if you need to. So this is the kind of, I'm gonna say it, this is the kind of ingenuity that I just love that people can have in Factorio. I love seeing interesting things like this, and I'm glad I thought of it, because now we don't have to leave the planet just yet. So we can make now some fuel refineries, which we needed to do for leaving the planet, which is pretty important. So we can set up, we're gonna have, let's see, somewhere around here, there's our cargo rocket silo. And the question is, where should this be then? So we're gonna have a train maybe come down like, let's see, we'll have it come down like right over here, and then it'll be able to come zoop, like in over here. So maybe we'll have like the train come in like right over here, and we'll have our rocket silo up over this direction, which seems good to me. And then that just means that from here we need rocket parts coming out, and we need let's see, what else? Rocket parts, and then we'll have one for rocket fuel. There we go. Okay, I think that seems good. And then we'll put like half of the rocket fuel that we have left in over here, and then over here we will have our fuel refineries, and they can be pretty close to our silo here. Don't need to be far away, and we can craft some more pipes now, thankfully. So let's craft those. Okay. Oh, what is this? Let's see. Oh yeah, this is making solid rocket fuel from pyroflux, which we're not going to be doing right now, just yet. Anyways. Okay. So that's that, and then we can put substation here, and do that. Okay. Alright, so that is going to be our output. And we can hook this up with a long, big electric pole. And then I wanted to put our last two modules in here. Okay, and this is going to not go to Selemaenae, it is going to go to Nauvis. And we only need 21,000 rocket fuel. Okay, so we have we have plenty of solid rocket fuel to do that. And then we're gonna send some signals here. And I guess we'll do it over this direction. So this is gonna be Selemaenae, I think that's how you spell it, to Nauvis. Okay. And we'll grab a green wire and we're gonna hook up our warehouse there, and then we're also gonna hook up our cargo rocket silo. And I guess we'll hook up our landing pad just to be safe. For the most part, it'll just get exported immediately to this, but we just want to be sure. And then over here, this we can also output our space capsule, and then this can go like this. And then whatever rocket sections we have, we'll put in here. We have 2 capsules, so it's okay to put 1 in. And then we should be able to start inserting them, and I hope that we have enough. We should have enough, but we'll see here shortly. And then we just need to handle the train. So we're gonna have a train come in like right over here, and I think at some point we're gonna have multiple trains coming in, possibly. Especially if we start doing more processing on this planet, because we definitely can. Like I said, there are oil products. So like, the only problem with the oil products is there even a problem? I don't know that there is a problem with the oil products. I was gonna say we might not be able to use some of it fast enough, but the thing I was thinking about is like, if we're gonna do like iron plate processing and copper plate processing, with pyroflux, we need sand, which we're already making, and we're planning on like shipping back to Nauvis, so that's no big deal. But I was gonna say we need sulfuric acid, but sulfuric acid is sulfur, which is petroleum gas and water. We have both, or we could easily have both. And then sulfuric acid is the sulfur and iron, which we have iron here. So we literally could do everything we need to here. And that would actually eliminate us having to ship sulfur in. So that we may work on like greatly expanding this base over here, and I really love that idea. Kind of making this like a self-sustaining base. But for now, it is going to be dependent upon Nauvis for a few things. So let's see, we are gonna do, I guess, just a 2x2 train to start. We may change this later. But let's see, stack inserters. Let's also do, I don't know, we'll do requesters here. I mean, I don't think it matters. Basically, I just want some inserters here and here. And then we will do this. Come on, come here. There we go. Okay. And then we can power this over here. Very good. All right, so this cargo wagon is gonna be devoted to sulfur. This one is gonna be, and if you didn't know, you can click with your middle mouse button to filter. We are gonna filter to barrels for like this many. We're gonna filter to sand for this many. We're gonna filter to stone for this many. And was there one more output? Oh, actually, we do want one more cargo wagon because this is going to be, this one here is going to be for Vulcanite. And then, was there anything else that we needed to do over here? So stone, I probably will change where the stone is at, so it'll output over here. Sand, Vulcanite, barrels. No, we don't need to do anything else. So we'll just finish this off, I guess, with more sand, because there's a lot of sand. Okay, cool. And then we shall do outputting over here. Don't need 6, just need this many. And we don't care what they output. There we go. I don't care what they output. Everything is gonna be put into our rocket silo. And I am, of course, out of belt now, which it has been a long time coming. I've now used a crap ton of belt on this planet. So, looks like we did not quite get to do everything that we had maybe hoped to do. But we did get all of the processing done. And then do we want to do a signal receiver coming in probably? And this signal receiver will be right over here. And we'll just set up a substation right here to read what's coming in. And this will be Nauvis to Selemaenae. Okay, so this is gonna read coming in like what Vulcanite we have back on Nauvis and things like that. And then this, of course, is gonna be sending what materials we have here. And then let's see, we can also set up bots here, which we are eventually going to use with probably a bunch of things. But we can do this and insert some bots into the beginnings of a network. And then we can put down some storage chests and just leave a bunch of stuff here. So we can leave all this here. And we can leave all this here, this here, this here. We'll take back stone. And I guess what we're gonna do actually is I would like to get one trip of the train in at least, so we can get like a cargo wagon's worth of Vulcanite. So I'm gonna work on setting the rest of this train up because we still have plenty of stuff to do that. And I'm probably gonna, I don't know how I'm gonna hook up all the belts because we're like basically out of belts. I have plenty of undergrounds, so I'm gonna work on trying to use some of those and replacing them with belts. And then I will pick you up once we have the track all ready to go. Train basically ready to be set up. Oh, I do need to connect this track over here. One of the difficulties though of using a two-headed train in this kind of way though, where like each of the wagons is unique, is that you need to make sure that it's pulling into the station the correct way, and then when it's coming back, it's going to be pulling in here the correct way. So what we're going to do is the train is going to exit this way, and then it's going to come out over here. It's going to roll to pickup. It's going to drop sulfur off, pick up trash stuff here. It's going to pick up Vulcanite here. Then it's going to go to this station called Tweener, and basically this is basically like an in-betweener where it comes here and then basically just reverses. And that is going to be to ensure, and actually, is that going to be correct? Yeah, that is correct. So it's going to be to ensure that the correct head of the train comes back in. So it's a little bit complicated, but that's going to be our track. And then I've also decided that we can just output barrels here with the sand because there's not like such an insane amount of sand that we can't handle it. So if we do empty barrels here, all of those can get output. And I've got yet another set of warehouses down here. And then this one here is going to be for Vulcanite. So we just need to hook up Vulcanite. And I think that let's actually do it like this. We can do, let's see, where is our Vulcanite coming in? I guess we've only got one. Okay. So let's see. This can come down here. And thankfully these things are super long. Okay. And we have just, I think we're gonna have like just enough belt to do this. So this is, everything's gonna start working again now that we are hooking up Vulcanite. Oh, and that was like absolutely perfect. Okay. And then we'll just finish it off with some belts. And then we need a substation here and here. And check it out, we are getting our Vulcanite blocks coming in over here. The only other thing that we need to hook up is this rock, but it's not going to fill up for an incredibly long time, so we can do that the next time that we come back to this planet to finish things off. Alright, so my goal now is I'm just going to hook up this train track over here. Actually, yeah, you know what, I was going to say I'll just do that off camera, but we can just do that really fast. I mean, it's going to take 2 seconds. So let's do this. Thankfully, with bots, building is incredibly quick, and we can even fly, but I'm not flying for some reason. And then, there we go. Okay, and then we just need to signal this so that, and of course, do I not have signals on me? Whatever. I just need 2 of them. So we just need 1 signal here and 1 signal here. So that way we know that like the train comes in this way only and goes out this way only. We don't want it to like, well actually, I guess it couldn't do it because the station also dictates direction, but just want to be safe, you know. But okay, so then if we come down over here to our train, we also need to hook up fuel for our train, which I guess we can do pretty quickly. There we go. And then we can do solid fuel here. It needs to be like here. There we go. And then if we come down all the way over here. Alright, so that's going to be solid rocket fuel for our train. Very cool. And of course, I don't have any more stack inserters, so we'll have to upgrade all these later, but that's fine. And then we can output this, and this of course will be Vulcanite. And I guess we can actually go alongside the silo here, so we can have a bunch of inserters, and that'll at least help with that. Okay, there we go. I think that's everything. And then for this, we're gonna say, this, we just need to rename this one, which is gonna be drop. Okay, and then this we'll do add station, pickup, and we'll say we do not want full cargo. We want, let's see, item count. Let's just say inactivity, I guess. Alright, so we're basically inactivity for 5 seconds. We've basically stopped doing stuff. That might take a while. So we'll say, or time passed, and we'll give it a minute. Seems good. And then we'll do tweener, and there's no wait condition. Time passed, 0 seconds. And then we'll do pickup, or drop, I mean. Yeah. And we'll say, also, time passed, 60 seconds, or 5 seconds of inactivity, and not that. I think that's fine. And then we should be able to switch this to automatic, so let's do that. And we'll make sure that everything works. And then we'll be done with Vulcanite. Oh, and the other thing that we didn't do was handle this steam over here, but it's not looking like it's going to fill up for an incredibly long time, so no need to worry about that just yet. We'll route that into our power system later. But okay, so here we go. We've got action. And I think the thing that we're probably missing out on is petroleum, but we'll be able to handle that very shortly here. And I'm just going to switch this from manual just to be safe, making sure everything looks good here. And I think the reason these aren't working is probably petroleum. Yeah, no petroleum. So if we go to the Universe Explorer, we come over to Nauvis, we can just launch some of these. We cannot launch these. There's no petroleum gas barrels. Okay, well, it seems like some things have gone awry in our absence, so we'll have to figure that out. So we'll have to deal with that later. But at least we'll be able to bring back some Vulcanite blocks. And look at that, we've got, I don't know, what's that? 1,500 Vulcanite blocks, which seems like an awesome deal to me. And yeah, so we're gonna head back. I guess this is still emptying. I don't care enough. All right, so we're just gonna head back, or we're gonna switch this, and we are gonna head away from here. So this is how this works. It comes in here, and then basically just turns around, so that way this head is the one that's coming into the station. I think that's a relatively common pattern when you're using double-headed trains like this. But okay, so we come in here, and we're going to start emptying all these Vulcanite blocks, and we are going to start loading them up. I wanted to bring some back so we can start working on at least some things on Nauvis's side. And I'm just going to grab them so we can go faster. There we go. And again, we'll have to upgrade all these next time we come here. We have plenty of work to do the next time we come here. And we still have a bunch of random stuff in here. What the frig? Alright, we're just gonna take, or we can leave this stuff here, I guess. Is there anything else we want to leave here? We can leave... I think that's fine. We'll leave all these centrifuges right here. We'll leave all these here. Like, we might as well leave a bunch of stuff. So this, and these, and these, and this. And we might as well just leave all this stuff as well. Why not? We'll get resupplied when we get back to Nauvis, so there's no reason like not to leave a bunch of stuff here, just in case, you know, for the future. I can leave all this. Can leave these. Okay, so we're just basically gonna leave like everything here, it seems like, which is totally fine. And we will be back eventually. So let's head home with our, you know, our relatively meager score of 1,600 Vulcanite blocks. But we have a lot of infrastructure set up now, and hopefully no biter meteors come in while we're gone, because that would really suck. All right, here we go home. Actually, we do not want to go home like that. Let's head for the scrap landing pad, and then we'll change it for the future. All right, let's go. All right, well, I would consider that a very, very, very successful first foray into getting our Vulcanite blocks. We have 1,600 of them, and we have a huge set of infrastructure that's all set up now for us just to finish a handful of things next time we go over there. But that's going to be it for today, guys. We'll handle everything else in the very near future, including smelting with Pyroflux, and also getting our production science packs finished so that we can get beacons and a bunch of other awesome things. Thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, could you leave a like and subscribe? I would really appreciate it. And I will see you all on the next episode.